Welcome to the Mirror Shift Podcast, the space where women come to rewrite the story they see in the mirror. I'm your host, Reva Davis, boudoir photographer, confidence coach, and your new self-love advocate. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Mirror Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Reva Davis, boudoir photographer, confidence coach, and someone who knows firsthand how brutal that inner voice can be. Today, we're talking about something that so many of us struggle with. Self-criticism. That voice in your head that tells you you're not doing enough, not looking good enough, not being enough. If you've ever asked, why am I so hard on myself? This episode is for you. Because the truth is, self-criticism becomes a habit. But like any habit, it can be broken and replaced with something softer, healthier, and way more empowering. Let's start by understanding the root. Self-criticism doesn't just appear one day. It's learned. Maybe it started in childhood where perfection was praised and mistakes were punished. Maybe someone you looked up to modeled self-judgment, a parent, a teacher, a mentor. Maybe society taught you that you always have to do more, look better, be smaller, be quieter, be perfect. Over time, those messages turn into thought patterns. And those patterns turn into habits. Your brain starts to default to criticism because it feels familiar. So instead of celebrating progress, you focus on flaws. Instead of compassion, you offer yourself judgment. But just because that voice is familiar doesn't mean it's true. You might be thinking, if it feels so bad, why do I keep doing it? Here's the tough truth. For some of us, self-criticism became a form of control. We believed if we were hard enough on ourselves, we wouldn't mess up. That would be me. I do this a lot. And I am working on it. That's why I have this podcast, because I want to help everybody else. Because we don't have to live this way. So if we pointed out our flaws first, no one else could hurt us, right? But here's the problem. That strategy doesn't protect you. It paralyzes you. It might not at first, but eventually over time it's going to. It keeps you small. It disconnects you from joy, and it turns your own mind into a battlefield. What's the good news in this? You can unlearn it. And it starts with awareness. So let's talk about solutions. How can we break this habit? I'm going to give you 4 tools that help me. And it might help you. 1. Name the voice. Give your inner critic a name. Literally. Mine's called Control Freak Carla. When she starts talking, I say, thanks, Carla, but I've got this. You know, Listen Linda is a popular one. Negative Nelly. Debbie Downer. That little separation reminds your brain you are not that voice. 2. Interrupt the pattern. When you catch yourself spiraling in negative self-talk, pause. Ask, is this thought helpful? Would I say this to someone I love? What do I need right now instead of criticism? Awareness creates space for your choices. You have to make the choice to not criticize yourself. That is how you move forward. Replace with compassion. This one takes time, but it's worth it, I promise. When the critic speaks, gently offer yourself something kinder. Try, I'm doing the best I can right now. I deserve grace, not punishment. This is hard, but I can handle it. Compassion isn't weakness, it's courage and softness. Number 4, surround yourself with reflective voices. Who are you listening to? What kind of media do you consume? Follow people who talk kindly about themselves, Spend time with women who empower, not compete. This is a big one for me. I do not. I just don't. I will unfollow, I will block, I will unfriend a competing, draining soul in a heartbeat, and I have no regrets. Your environment will reinforce your inner dialogue, so choose it wisely, like I said. Let's try some new habits. Here's something to start right now. So, no matter where you are in your journey, create a self-compassion statement. It could be, I am allowed to be perfect and still be worthy of love. Or, I don't have to earn rest, I deserve it. Don't let people call you lazy. You work hard. You deserve to rest. You have a lot going on in life. You deserve it. Anyways, rant over. Or it could be something like, I speak to myself with the same kindness I give to others. This was a big one for me because I have no problem going and spreading all the love everywhere I can, making everyone else feel good. But I struggled with making myself feel better. But once I started doing this, because I realized in my daughter how much she was like me and how much she was starting to do the things that I was doing, then it was like, okay, I need to change something here. So it works for me and it's also helping her. Another thing I do, like write it out loud. Say it out loud. Put it on your mirror. I mean, I have a mirror sitting here right behind me that has all kinds of empowering things wrote on it from my event, so. But then every time the critic creeps in, meet her with truth and softness. And then let's talk about breaking the habit of self-criticism. Because breaking the habit of self-criticism won't happen overnight, but it can happen. I have a couple ladies in my group that they constantly say that, or they'll comment and they'll say, like, I know you're saying this, Reva, but I don't know how. So here it is, I'm telling you. Breaking the habit of self-criticism doesn't happen overnight, but it can happen. You've been trained to be hard on yourself, but now you're learning to be soft and strong, fierce and forgiving. You deserve to be on your own side. So next time that inner critic starts talking, I want you to remember this. You're allowed to love yourself. Wildly, loudly, and without apology. So if this episode resonated with you, please leave me a review. Share it with someone who needs to hear it, or come connect with me on Instagram at Reva Davis Boudoir. I also have a Facebook group with lots of like-minded women that you might enjoy. But until next time, be kind to your body. Be soft with your soul, and speak to yourself like someone you actually love. Thanks for spending a few minutes reflecting with me today. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a sister who needs to hear it. And remember, the real glow up begins in your mind.